matchup again. That's followed by the second of our mixed doubles semi-finals. Lilian and Nansia. There's some passionate Indonesians aboard, the current world and Olympic champions, up against China's Chen Ziwei and Chen Qingchen in a rerun of that World Championship final against the #1 seeds. Followed by the second of our women's singles semi-final. 3 wins from 3 for Sanadi Sindhu of India in the group. Lots of noisy supporters here, I'm sure, getting right behind their favourites. Standing in our way, the 19-year-old Chinese player Chen Yufei, the bronze medalist, of course, at the World Championships back in August. And we'll round off the action this evening with our second men's singles semi-final.
A very warm welcome to Dubai, the most populous city in the United Arab Emirates and one of the fastest growing cities in the world. It's a city where you can see reminders of the ancient past alongside spectacular modern architecture, including the world's tallest building, the iconic Burj Khalifa. Situated on the southeast coast of the Persian Gulf, Dubai is also the city that for a 4th consecutive year is playing host to the sport of badminton's end-of-year finale, the Dubai World Superseries Finals. This year, as with the last 3 years, all the action over all 5 days is taking place here at the Hamdan Sports Complex, a magnificent and fitting venue for badminton's end-of-year championships. This event is the culmination of the 12 tournaments on the MetLife BWF World Superseries, and it was just the top 8 players and pairs in each of the 5 disciplines who were invited here to Dubai. We've had the round-robin group stage over the last 3 days, and it was just the top 2 from each of those groups who qualified for today's semi-final knockout stage. And what a list of stars we've got. Ratchanok Intanon, the former world champion and former world #1, has qualified by winning Group A. Victor Axelsen, the current world champion and world #1, is the defending champion, and he's looking to reach a 3rd consecutive final here at the Super Series Finals. The reigning world and Olympic champions Tantowi Ahmad and Liliana Nasir have not won the Super Series Finals title. It's about the only major title to elude them. Pusana Venkata Sindhu, the world and Olympic silver medalist, is keeping alive the hopes of the large contingent of Indian fans here in Dubai. Lee Chong-wei is a 4-time former champion, but he appeared to injure himself yesterday. The big question is he fully fit for today's semi-finals? Well, we've already had 5 of the semi-finals. We've got another 5 for you now, and we're starting with women's singles. And the #1 seed, Akane Yamaguchi, who's been in 4 Super Series tournament finals this year, winning in China. She's up against Ratchanok Intanon today in her 3rd semi-final at the Super Series finals. Then it's men's singles and Shi Uchi, the beaten finalist at the All England Championships and the only player in the men's singles making his debut here this year. He's up against the defending champion, Victor Axelsen, who also happens to be the reigning world champion and current world #1. Then it's mixed doubles, and Tantoi Ahmad and Liliana Nasir, the reigning world and Olympic champions, are in a repeat of the World Championship final that took place in Glasgow earlier this year, because they're up against Cheng Shi-wei and Cheng Ching-cheng, who happen to be the defending champions here at the Super Series finals. Then it's women's singles, and Pusala Venkata Sindhu in a 2nd consecutive semi-final here is up against the only teenager in the tournament, the World Championship bronze medalist Chen Yufei of China. Then we finish with men's singles, and it's a repeat of yesterday's group match. 2 former world #1, Song Won-ho of Korea is up against Lee Chong-wei of Malaysia, who's won this title 4 times in the past. But the question mark, as I was saying, is he fully fit for today's semi-finals? Well, the players are waiting in the wings for the first of our matches. It's the #1 seed, Akane Yamaguchi from Japan, up against the #5 seed, the former world champion, having topped her group, Ratchanok Intanon. So the players just about ready, and so is the arena. Let's join our Master of Ceremonies, Howard Benson.
This is the Dubai World Super Series Finals Women's Singles. Let's welcome the players. First up, the #1 seed from Japan, Akane Yamaguchi.
The #1 seed, Akane Yamaguchi. Played all 12 Super Series tournaments this year, reaching 4 finals, 3 of them in consecutive tournaments. And of course, she won the China Premier Super Series.
And let's hear it for her opponent, the #5 seed from Thailand, Ratchanok Intanon.
The former world champion, Ratchanok Intanon. She too has enjoyed success throughout the year at Super Series tournaments. 2 finals for her. She also won a Premier Super Series. That was at the Denmark Open, having also reached the final of the All England Championships. I'm Jill Clark, delighted to say that Steen Pedersen, former head coach of the Danish national team, alongside me once again. And quite frankly, Steen, all of these matches in this evening's programme of semi-finals, and they're all a delight to watch.
Yeah, there's so many good there's so much good badminton ahead of us. I'm absolutely sure of that. And what better match to start than this one with Yamaguchi against Intanon, 2 technical players.
So as far as the former world champion is concerned, former world #1 as well, 2 weeks from the end of April last year, after winning 3 Super Series tournaments back-to-back in 3 weeks. That was the first time that had ever been achieved by a singles player, male or female. 22 years of age, as you can see. She finished the year on the Super Series standings as the #5, and she won her group, Group B, but she did lose a match. She won her first 2 against the 2 finalists from last year. The beaten finalist, Sung Ji-hyung, And then the defending champion, Tai Su-ying. Yesterday, she lost to the teenager, the number 7 seed, Chen Yufei, in 3 games. It was all very complicated as to who won the group, but it was indeed Ratchanok Intanon. So to the number 1 seed, Akane Yamaguchi. She's just 20 years of age, born in Katsuyama City in Fukui. And she is at her career high at the moment of number 2, enjoying her 17th week in her 3rd different spell as world number 2. She was a semi-finalist here 3 years ago, and this year she finished 2nd in her group. Like her opponents of today, she won her first 2 matches against the 2 left-handers, Sayaka Sato and Herbing Jiao, and then yesterday lost to Kusala Venkata Sindhu. But when she played yesterday against Kusala, both players knew they had already qualified for the semi-final stage. So this will be the 17th meeting between these 2 players of the previous 16. Akane Yamaguchi holds the advantage, having won 9 of them. She also won the last time they met, which was the semi-final of that China Open. And obviously with Yamaguchi going on to win the title in Fuzhou, she won that encounter as well. It's actually the 6th time they're meeting each other this year. So they know each other's games inside out. Jeetan Bat from Australia is umpire for this. Eric Kurt of Denmark, the service judge.
You ready? Ladies and gentlemen, on my right, Akane Yamaguchi, Japan. And on my left, Intanon Ratchanok, Thailand. Akane Yamaguchi to serve, love all, play.
So the number 1 seed, Akane Yamaguchi, getting this semi-final underway. Hit the top of the tape and fell back her own side, and Stina, I suspect we might actually see a very different Akane Yamaguchi yesterday. She didn't start well in her last group match against PV Sindhu, and then knowing that she was already in the semi-final, perhaps the desire to use a huge amount of energy and then fight back was perhaps not there.
Yeah, I think you're right in that, Jill, and I think we're going to see a dramatic drop in mistakes from Yamaguchi's side, unforced errors. So going to be cut down dramatically compared to yesterday. It's going to be up to Ratchanok Intanon to force the mistakes from this fantastic technical player. One of the most beautiful high serves in the world, in my opinion.
Service over, 2-1.
Of course, Intanon doesn't leave her anything behind in terms of technical skills. It's a different technique, but also very, very enjoyable shots from the former world champion.
Yeah, she has a much easier looking stroke production. It's not easy at all, but I mean, it's a bit like Roger Federer makes it look easy, whereas Nadal has got great technique but doesn't have that same fluency about it. I think that Ratchanok, just the way she moves as well, perhaps also deceives me about her shots as well.
I think, for my part, if I should choose the best technical player in women's singles, I think there's 4 that are outstanding, but if I should choose the best player in terms of racket skills, I would actually choose Yamaguchi.
3.
Really?
I would.
That's fascinating.
I mean, she's got the short swings both Ratchanok and Nozomi Okuhara and Tai Su-ying, whom I rate to be the other three, they have these long swings. Yamaguchi, very little backswing and pre-swing on her shots.
So technically that's more difficult, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a lovely drop shot from Intanon.
Service over. 4-2.
Look at that. Good judgment.
Service over. 3-4.
Two-time former world junior champion Akane Yamaguchi, 2013 and 2014. But her opponent actually won the World Junior Championships 3 consecutive times.
For this challenge.
Yeah, there's got to be a challenge on that.
Akane Yamaguchi challenges called in.
Did you see it long or wide?
I thought it was wide.
I thought it was long.
Yeah.
There's the first cup of tea.
Oh no. We're both wrong. There you go, it was clearly in.
Challenge unsuccessful. 1 challenge remaining. Service over. 5-3. Play.
Oh, there's a challenge here. She'll waste that challenge.
Intanon
Surely.
Ratchanok challenges called in.
Yeah, that was on the line. But I think we had a record earlier today when Zhang Nan and Liu Cheng was playing their second game. They used their 2 challenges within the first 3 rallies of that game.
Good gracious.
Challenge unsuccessful. 1 challenge remaining. Service over. 4-5. Play.
That's nice. Oh, this has been played at tremendous pace.
Service over. 6-4.
Now, the intensity of these rallies
Service over.
is fantastic.
5-6.
There was a net exchange earlier on. And I think that probably ended up being the longest rally so far. Indeed it was.
I think rallies like that one raises the question how the matches yesterday will affect them. Not in the beginning here of the first game, not perhaps even in the first game, but as the match progresses in the later part of the second game and in an eventual third game decider, how will it affect the two players that Ratchanok played 75 minutes yesterday and Yamaguchi played something around 40.
36.
36,
yeah. Quite a difference.
Less than half the time that Ratchanok was on court.
Service over, 6-7. Seven all.
Well, Steen, you said it wouldn't affect the players at the moment. I have to say, I thought that last shot from Ratchanok looked a tired-looking shot to me. Didn't really get behind it.
No, and it might also affect the players psychologically, that they feel that, oh, I really don't want to run too many rallies like this.
Service over. Eight all.
Oh, that's nice. Knew exactly where the return was going to come.
9-8.
Ratchanok Intanon was very, very quickly onto it. Look at her movement here. That's terrific. And by the time she's landed, she's moving back towards the centre of the court again.
That's a good sign in terms of physical shape.
That's a nice angle.
Service over, 9
I think when she's
all.
playing at her best, Ratchanok Intanon, it looks like she's dancing around the court. Really, really perfect footwork.
Service over, 10-9.
I think that's the first service error of the match. Oh, it was a long way long, wasn't it?
Interval.
So it is the former world champion, Ratchanok Intanon, who has the advantage here at the mid-game interval of the opening game.
ออกก่อนลูกมาแล้วเห็นลูกมาเมย์ออกก่อนแล้วไม่ยิงอย่าคิดเลยค่ะแล้วมือบางทีก็มีซัดเกือบไม่ให้เมย์ขึ้นมาแล้วเมย์ตีตาจังหวะลูกมันตื้อพอเมย์ใช่หลังไม่พอเมย์ตีเสร็จเมย์ตกที่เดิมโดดหนึ่งขาตกสองขาก่อนใช่ป่ะเมย์อย่าโดดหนึ่งก็ตกหนึ่งเป็นตัวเอียงใช่ป่ะเมย์โดดหนึ่งก็ตกสองสไลด์คุมให้บาลานซ์ตรงนี้หน่อยใช่ป่ะ แล้วเวลาเล่นเนี่ย
1本目、2本目だけで気をつけて、1本目、2本目で結構点数取られてるんで、球を動かしたらないですから。
So the coaches have had their say. Choi Sang-bum and Park Ju-bong for Akane Yamaguchi. There they are. And Patapol Gunshri-shuk for
11-9. Play.
Well, she appeared to up the pace in that rally, Akane Yamaguchi. Oh my goodness, how did she play that? Brilliant, absolutely brilliant. Well, there was a round-the-head shot at the beginning of that rally from Yamaguchi where she contorted her back. I have no idea how she managed to play it. Look at this. How does she play that?
12-10.
How is she able to play on more? Importantly, but that final cross-court angled shot from Ratchanok played to perfection. Oh, that's good judgment.
13-10.
No, she knows she's got to play it tight, otherwise it's going to be punished. And in trying to play the perfect shot, she's making one or two errors.
She can't really get enough pressure on Ratchanok Intanon, Akane Yamaguchi. Ratchanok is doing a good job of putting just so much pressure on the Japanese player so that she can't make all kinds of deceptive shots and so on that would make it difficult for Ratchanok, because she's playing up against the drift, and if you're a little bit off balance, it's really hard to get the correct length on your shots. A very good shot on that sideline there.
That's good follow-up. Ratchanok is winning the battle at the front of the court at the moment.
11.
Yeah, and again, maintaining the pressure. We saw Yamaguchi change to low serve, which is not very often that she does that.
Oh, it's loose. Oh, she got away with it because Yamaguchi playing too flat on that last one and hitting long of the back line. Should have punished that a little better. Oh, it's awfully easy for us sitting up here, isn't it?
Yeah. Even though I also missed that one in my mind.
Oh, lovely. My goodness me, what retrieving. Brilliant! She pushed and pulled Ratchanok Intanon from corner to corner.
12-16.
Made her twist and turn.
Quickly, mid straight line.
Did well to get that one back at all, Ratchanok.
Good length.
And down her backhand side, and then the winner down her forehand. She was in all sorts of trouble, wasn't she? That's great retrieving, it
16.
really is.
And you could see that she had no clue where that smash from Yamaguchi came, whether it was going to be right side or left side. Had to take a chance.
Service over. 17-12.
Oof, my goodness, that was good judgment.
Service over. 13-17.
Until that very last shot, Yamaguchi was commanding the rally, dictating the pace.
Service over. 18-13.
Too much height on the clear, or?
Yes.
Yeah.
And you can see that when Ratchanok hits the last shot, she's really, really high with her arm and her racket, gets a good steep angle on it.
Oh my goodness. That's one service error
Service
apiece
over.
now.
14-18.
Well, that also emphasises the deception because Yamaguchi was looking for the cross-court shot.
And we've seen Ratchanok win on a direct
Service
cross-court
over.
winner. And it looks exactly the same.
Yeah.
19-14.
Because that was nowhere near the sideline.
No. And that's a good lesson for the players, that if you have good enough deceptions, you don't have to go for the lines. The deception will do the trick.
It's good, right?
Service over. 15-19. Play.
It's going wide.
16-19.
Well, this is where you can start to get a little bit nervous. You've thought you've got a handsome lead in a game, and then your opponent starts catching back up, and then you start questioning your own ability and your own mind.
And one of the things that I notice is how attacking and controlling Ratchanok is trying to be almost all
17-19.
service returns on high serves are smashes, like at least 80% smashes.
And listen to the reaction from Ratchanok. She knew that was important.
20, game point, 17.
Oh, it was a wonderful smash straight down the line. Game point opportunities.
I think she needs to win it in straight games, Ratchanok, if she's going to progress to the final. Otherwise, I think the effort from yesterday is playing a too big role.
It's going wide. Opening game to the former world champion, Ratchanok Intanon.
First game,
21-17.
21-17.
The opening game in 24 minutes.
เวลาเขาเนี่ยเขาตียาวเขาเริ่มยัดใช่ป่ะเพราะเขาไม่กล้าตีแจกแล้วหนูเอาลงถ้ายัดใช่ไหมน้องใจเย็นเพราะบางทีไม่พอเขาเบาหนูชอบกระแทกใช่ไม่ถ้ายัดปุ๊บเนี่ยเมย์ตีปุ๊บให้ลูกไปแล้วเหมือนที่พี่บอกเราซ้อมกันนะพี่ยัดให้เมย์ก็ยังตีได้แล้วเมย์ต้องมีสมาธิตรงนั้นนะยัดแล้วนิ่งยัดมาแล้วนิ่งยัดแล้วนิ่งยัดก็ตีไปหรือบางทียัดมาเนี่ยเมย์กระแทกข้อมือเมย์ฟาดยัดมาแค่เมย์กระแทกปึ้งให้ลูกไปเขาตกใจแล้วเพราะอะไรรู้ป่ะอย่างที่พี่บอกตบเข้าตัวเขาไม่คิดว่า
一回止めていかないと、そのまま打ったらプレッシャーなくな下がって打ってるから、一回動き止まったらそんな強くしてないから、止めて打ってカットすげ止めて打つやろ、止めてカットやろ。
とりあえずラウンドでコントロールがない普段分かるだろう。今はまだ検視だからできるけど、このみんなこうちょっとミスあったから。よろしくお願いいたします。
เราเมย์วิ่งเข้าไปป่ะวิ่งเข้าไปธรรมดาเขาแค่หน้าไม้เมย์เขาหลงกันว่าดีแหละ
Second game, love all, play.
Well, she looked very impressive in that opening game, did Ratchanok Intanon.
Service over, 1 love.
I have to say, over the last 18 months or so, I think Akane Yamaguchi has been one of the most consistent players on the World Tour. In fact, between the Australian Open of 2016, she didn't lose before a quarter-final until the World Championships in Glasgow.
Love.
That was 14 months and 17 tournaments, at least a quarter-final in every single one.
I think the Olympics helped her. The preparation period did wonders for her physicality.
Service over, 1-3.
Didn't benefit from it in the Olympics, but wasn't she playing Okuhara?
She lost
in the
to
Olympics.
Okuhara in the quarterfinal stage.
Yeah.
Okuhara, the bronze medalist, and now world champion. Finds the line. That's amazing.
Great rally. And
2-3.
seeing these two players who normally are quite content in being a little bit patient, they have to go for it here. They have to attack early in the rally in order to control the opponent. And we have another good semi-final waiting for us, and we have the world champion and the Olympic champion on the injury list. What a lineup in women's singles.
It is. I know you and I have discussed it many times, but I really do believe it is the most interesting discipline of all five disciplines at the moment in badminton.
Yeah, I agree. I think that when we, in a number of years, 8-10 years, look back on this period here, we will see this period for women's singles like the period for men's singles around 2005 to 8, 9, 10 or something like that, with a lot of great players that have the ability to dominate for many years of their career.
Yeah.
5-2. Thank you.
I'm talking about the Lindans, Lee Chong-wei's, Lee Fernil, Peter Gader.
Taufik Hidayat,
yeah,
Bao Chun-lei.
Yeah.
Oh, beautiful.
Such disguise.
6-2. Shuttle. Play.
The shot quality has gone down for Ratchanok Intanon
7-2.
in this second game. Not as precise as in the first, and even some mistakes.
And there's another.
8-2.
No, Ratchanok wanting the shuttle changed. Umpire saying no.
And Yamaguchi was sort of hiding it. No, I don't want to change it. You cannot have my shuttle.
Oh, another. She was winning the battle at the net in the opening game. Not now.
No.
9-2.
Now I think it's a big question whether Ratchanok Intanon should continue trying to win this second game, because now I think she has to rely on the third game and not use too much energy, because the risk is that if she goes for it, she might be able to score a number of points but end up losing the second game anyway. I mean, it's all based on our assumption that in terms of stamina, Yamaguchi might have the advantage today, and it's also based on what we see here.
Yeah. 9-point advantage here in the second for Akane Yamaguchi.
ないとじゃなくてしっかり
Yesterday,
3
we
分早
can't
く
make any
そこからやる
assumptions in
のが
sport.
大事。
We saw Lee Chong-wei
余裕があった時
13-3,
にさっきクロス
16-6
打
up.
たないようにして相
He
手見
won
な
the
がら落と
first
してもいい
and
し
he ended
そ
up
れでもいいか
losing
ら
the match.
余裕があったままクロス打って切られた
But
り
that
打
was
たれるそこだけ
that was sort of different in a way, wasn't it?
There was that little slip,
Yeah.
and I think he got,
変えようとしなくていい
if not scared, then at least cautious that nothing more should happen. He was already qualified for the semifinals, had nothing to gain by winning the
พี่บอกว่า
match.
ต้องเปลี่ยนเกมเสริมหน้าเสริมหน้าเล่น
Making her 5th appearance at the Super Series finals. It was interesting you were mentioning that the Olympic champion Carolina Marin pulled out the week before these championships started. The reigning world champion Nozomi Okuhara pulled out even before that. But Okuhara never qualified for the Super Series final. She was number 9 on the Super Series standing. Now, obviously, with it being the top 8, I was looking back, and Ratchanok, the year she won the world title, 2013, they obviously didn't have that rule.
No.
Because she finished the year ranked 12 and didn't qualify.
No, and that was, everybody could see that she was a great talent.
Service over.
But it came as a little bit of a surprise that she was able to win the World Championship
12.
in China
Yeah.
against Li Shurui in the final.
Who was then the Olympic champion. Chinese player.
And after the World Championship, she didn't play that well either, because, I mean, first ever world champion from Thailand and lots of attention suddenly.
Shuttle. Service over. 13-3.
Missed it well.
14-3.
Yeah, I think she's given up on this second game.
15-3.
It looks a lot like Yamaguchi yesterday against
Yeah.
PV Sindhu.
Service over. 4-15. Service over. 16-4.
Well, players that have finished the year ranked number 1 in women's singles on the Super Series standings have, in general terms, enjoyed success at the Super Series finals.
Service over.
5-16.
5-16.
Number 1s at the end of the Super Series year have gone on to win the Super Series finals. No, that's going wide.
So pretty accurate
6-16.
measurement for who's been playing well
Yeah,
throughout the year.
certainly in the women's singles discipline.
Yeah.
Good rally. It's going wide.
7-16.
Oh, well taken. Ah, goodness me.
8-16.
Oh goodness, you can't have indecision like that. Not at this level.
Service over, 17-8.
As soon as she let it drop, look at Yamaguchi, she's already on the way forward to the net. She knows that the only possible shot she can hit with that underarm action is back to the net area.
Service over, 9-17. Ten, 17.
Seven of the last 9 points.
Yeah, and I guess she's sort of trying to keep herself warm and ready for a third game, because if you
Ratchanok
don't
Intanon challenges
win
called out.
then it's difficult to suddenly gear up again for the third.
Yeah. I think she may have a point on this challenge.
Yeah.
Here we go. What does Hawkeye say? Oh no, out.
Challenge unsuccessful. One challenge remaining. Service over. 18-10. Play.
She's not good at challenges, Ratchanok. More often the linesmen are right than she is.
And I thought to start with, when the challenge system first came in, she was
Service over.
a little naive about when to use a challenge. She was using them very early in the game.
Yeah.
Mind you, the World Men's Doubles Champions, you
Yeah.
were telling me earlier today, used all their challenges within three rallies.
3 rallies, 2-1 for the opponent, and they challenged both of them, and both of them were wrong.
It's extraordinary. Looked to me as if Ratchanok Intanon changed her mind on what she was going to try and do with
Service
that
over.
very, very tight net shot.
19-11.
Look how tight that is.
Yeah.
Ended up doing nothing with it. Game point opportunities to level this semi-final at one game apiece.
11.
Goodness.
Service over, 12-20.
Oh, delightful.
Game.
My goodness me. I think everybody in the stadium here thought that was going to be a lift. It was just Ratchanok that was deceived by that being played as a net shot. It's one game all, 21-12. Second game. 3 minutes into the match. It's one game all.
時に相手に合わせちゃダメよ、さっきみたいに。できてるってしっかりやっていかないと、そこで崩れていくよ、自分のリズムが。で、リードしても自分のプレーしっかりやっていく。で、出だし、スッと上げて打ってくるから、そこしっかり負けないようにする。で、どっちから両方使うけど、最初、出だしラウンド使ってからリズム良くなってやるんで、出だしリズム良くするあれも、打たせないためにもラウンド使っていく。で、ラウンドからやったら全部守ってる。右行ったらクロスをストレートで。
ฝั่งเนี้ยเราจี้มันไม่ออกแต่เขาจี้เร็วๆมากๆเขาจะออกใช่ป่ะเพราะฉะนั้นเราต้องเร็วแต่ว่ากล้าตีปุ๊บปั๊บถ้าที่สำคัญเนี้ยแบ็คแฮนด์เขารู้ว่าเมย์จะเข้ามาหยอดตรงเยอะใช่เมย์หยอดตรงไม่เป็นไรแต่เมย์วิ่งมาหยอดตรงเลยเมย์แบบเหินมาแล้วลูกเนี้ยเขารู้เขาวิ่งผักเขียนตลอดว่าเมย์เข้ามาวิ่งเข้าไปหยอดวิ่งเข้าไปเดียววิ่งเข้าลึกหน่อยพอเมย์เข้าลึกเขาต้องวิ่งลึกแต่ถ้าเมย์เข้าไม่ลึกเขายืนรอใช่ป่ะถ้าเมย์เข้าลึกเขาต้องอย่างนี้แต่ถ้าเมย์เข้าแบบต่ำๆเนี้ยเขาจะยืนรอเมย์แต่ถ้าเมย์เข้าวิ่งไปปุ๊บเขารอเขาตกใจใช่ป่ะเหมือนกันเวลาลูกลงเนี่ยลูกลงปุ๊บหัวลูกลงยกค้ำกล้าเล่นใช่ป่ะมันต้องมีตอนนี้ต้องมีสติเป็นเย็นๆไม่ต้องตกใจ
Final game, love all, play.
So third and deciding game, the first of the women's singles semi-finals. Now I'm convinced Coach Patawon from Thailand was urging Ratchanok to try and take the shuttle earlier, especially at the net. Oh, well, there's a challenge there. I think it's going to prove your point, Steen, that she's not very good at challenges, because I thought that was wide.
Yeah. I think it has a chance. I'm not certain. I think it might have caught just a tiny little fraction of the line. No.
Challenge unsuccessful. One challenge remaining. One love.
I think the start to this
play.
Deciding game is really, really important for Ratchanok Intanon's chances of moving on to the final. I think the Japanese camp knows that as well, so I think they've urged Yamaguchi to do her utmost here in the beginning of the game.
Played her to the back, brought her forward, played to the back again, and then the drop shot.
Love. Service over, 1-3.
For my part, I'm pretty certain that there's not much gas left in the tank with Ratchanok Intanon. Should we write her off? Then I don't think so, not yet at least, because you don't get to be the world champion by just losing matches like this easily. I still think there's a lot of work in it for Yamaguchi, but as of now, she's the clear favorite in my opinion.
Oh, that's landed on the line. That's great placement.
Service over. 2-4.
Just inside the line.
Good shot.
Now that's the sort of sharpness of shot that we saw in the opening game.
Yeah. Up until 1914.
3.
Lost
4.
3 easy ones then. And Yamaguchi came to 1917. Wasn't 1917? Yeah. Challenge.
Well, there's another challenge.
Ratchanok
If she's
Intanon
wrong here,
hold
got no
in.
challenges left. No challenges left. My goodness me.
Oh yeah, that was successful too.
Oh, sorry. Yes, I do beg your pardon.
That was called in.
Yeah.
3-4. Correct, sorry. 4 all. Play. Five, 4.
Wow, she seems to have got a new lease of life.
Indeed.
6-4.
5 straight points. No, it was a desperately short serve. It was nowhere near the back line.
5-6.
Watch where Yamaguchi's feet are. She's inside that double service line when she played that.
Six all.
Missed it. Oh, fluctuating fortunes. She wanted the court attendant on to mop up the perspiration.
7-6.
Umpire said no. Good rally. Oh my goodness!
Fantastic.
Well, that's got to be the shot of the day, surely. A full-length dive to retrieve the smash straight down her backhand side. How on earth did Yamaguchi look at that? And she's up again so quickly. Well, that was absolutely amazing. Well, there's no lack of effort, is there? Take a look at this. That had actually gone past her when she played that.
It looked like it.
Service over. 7
What
all.
effort.
Well played. Well played by Yamaguchi. Because she still has to maintain a high amount of pressure. She cannot allow Ratchanok to go for winners, because then she might hit 4 or 5 winners in a row.
Oh,
That was
done it
again.
again. She's done it again. Oh, this is phenomenal. My goodness. What work ethic. What athletic ability.
It's like a rubber ball bouncing. Whoop, up again.
9
That's
7.
incredible. It really is. And then that final cross-court sort of brush across the net. No wonder the coaches are happy.
Ten 7.
You know, I think those dives, saving those defensive shots, I think that may have just tipped the momentum in this match.
Yeah, showing her opponent exactly how tough it's going to be for her to come back in this match.
Another good rally. Oh, I like that net shot. Yeah, set up the whole rally. And that's, I'm sure, what her coach had been urging her to do. Take it earlier at the net.
Yeah, take it early, and when you're in good position,
9
play a
10.
little sharper than you normally would do in order to make the most of the chances. Then 1 or 2 might be mistakes, but that's the price you have to pay right now.
Unbelievable. Back level. Ratchanok Intanon. So much for my theory about those dives were just tipping the momentum in favour of Yamaguchi. I think ever since I said that, Ratchanok has won every single point. That's an amazing difference, isn't it? 10 all. It's gone wide, and on a run of 4 straight points, Ratchanok Intanon has the advantage at the change of ends here in the deciding game. What a match, and we're just 4 minutes shy of the hour mark.
ย่อถีบไปก่อนไปให้เต็มจังหวะไปให้เต็มจังหวะแล้วค่อยว่ากัน แต่สังเกตว่าถ้าเมย์เข้าลึกอะมันไม่กล้าไปไหนเมย์เข้าลึกนะแล้วเมย์หยอด
the
นะ
question
เขาว่า
in my mind is
แต่ถ้าเมย์เข้าแบบว่า
whether
เอาไม้
Ratchanok
ถึงลูกอะ
obviously she's played better from the far side of the court, and so has Yamaguchi. Now she's having to deal with what the players perceive as the worst end to play from. How's she going to deal with it?
No, I don't think it's the worst end to play from. I just think it's been in this match. I think Ratchanok played a perfect first game, attacking, and then she sort of drifted away from that and saying, okay, I can play a little bit more from this side. No, you can't, because then the opponent will attack you.
Yeah.
So, for the match's sake, I hope we'll see an attacking Ratchanok Intanon coming out here. And it's going to be tough and it's going to be hard and everything, but she can see the goal line. It's 10 more points and you're in the final.
Yeah.
That would put pressure on Yamaguchi.
There's now a run of 5 straight points.
12-10.
The difficult part is that you can't push your shots as much to the baseline as you can on the other side.
Oh, that's a gift at this stage of the match. The unforced error.
13-10.
And it's a fine line also for the coaching of Yamaguchi, because they hate to see her make these unforced errors or mentally forced errors, one-shot errors. But on the other hand, if she plays too unsharp, then she'll get punished anyway. So it's not easy for her.
Oh. 7 straight points now for Ratchanok Intanon. 7-10 down. 14-10 up.
Service over.
So finally the run is broken.
11-14.
And it's now that, in my opinion, Ratchanok should invest an awful lot of the remaining energy in the next 3 rallies, because if she can win them, she's really close.
Ooh, challenge here from
Akane Yamaguchi challenges, called out.
The line judge was slightly hesitant, and that always unsettles the player and thinks that it must have been awfully close.
And Ratchanok was staring him down.
Yes. And it was clearly out.
Challenge unsuccessful. 1 challenge remaining. Service over. 15-11. Play.
She's slowly finding a way to win.
9 for the last 10 points.
I think back at the All England, and she was down and out against Marin, came back 10 straight points.
Yeah. Missed it.
Service over. 12-16.
What does that mean? We're over the hour mark now for this
13,
semi-final.
16.
And I don't think Ratchanok can switch to trying to sort of technique this thing home. This has to be fought home.
Winning ugly.
Yes, winning ugly. Or winning with pace, because, I mean, you shouldn't play without technique. Of course you shouldn't do that, but you should take your chances. You should put pressure on the opponent. For some reason, John McEnroe came into my mind, the former great tennis player, for the ability to play his absolute best on the most crucial points.
Yeah.
That's what both of these players need here now, but yeah. I still feel that Yamaguchi has
17-13.
the advantage in stamina, but it's not certain that she can get to use it.
That's gone wide. Oh, this is fascinating.
Service over, 14-17.
Oh, yes.
Service over.
Well, she's exhausted. She's been double.
14.
Here's Ratchanok.
Deception.
Yeah.
It was the last one.
Just another 3 points required. Oh, yes.
Service over. 15-18.
มีขาถีบตอนนี้ขาผ่อนนะขากระตุ้นหน่อยกระตุ้นขาหน่อยไปถึงลูกก็ตีนะอย่าตีเลยนะ
Oh, that's good. So is that. It was the little hold and flick down the forehand side of Ratchanok that's really made the difference, I think, in that rally. That's the one. From that moment, Ratchanok was in trouble.
And Yamaguchi is fantastic as well, because she's playing on the edge of a knife. She cannot leave too much initiative to Ratchanok. On the other hand, she cannot overplay her own shots and make unforced errors. That would be even worse. Brilliant.
And I just sensed that was such an important rally. Now just 1 point in it. If it had been 16-19, the psychology of that.
Totally different.
18.
Yeah.
And I think now Yamaguchi's got to be really careful, because I think Ratchanok is really going for it on this high serve. No.
It's landed in. It's 18 all. What a fabulous match.
18 all.
Well, the accuracy of that at this stage in the match is extraordinary. 4 straight points to catch back. Level.
I think she's got to attack Ratchanok. I think she's got to put pace in the rally. If she doesn't play with pace, I think Yamaguchi has the upper hand.
Oh, she's missed it! Catastrophic mistake by Ratchanok Intanon. Should force the weak reply.
19-18.
Just popped up into the hitting zone. And she stuffed it into the bottom of the net.
Took the net court.
Landing in. Well, that's the longest rally of this deciding game. Ratchanok down and 1 point from being out. Well, both players making the other explore every inch of the court. And on a run of 6 straight points, Akane Yamaguchi has match point opportunities. Oh, goodness me.
Thank you.
It's such a fantastic fight.
Yeah.
It's a great game, excellent technical skills, but first of all,
20, match point 18.
She's found the corner. First match point has been well saved.
Service over.
Look,
19-20.
Yamaguchi has come back from a 14-18 deficit to win 7 of the last 8 points and book her place in the final. Ratchanok Intanon taps her head as if to say, what on earth was I thinking? I was in a winning position and let it slip.
Match won by Akane Yamaguchi, 17-21, 21-12, 21-19.
Umpire just confirms the score, 17-21, 21-12, 21-19 in the deciding game in a match lasting an hour and 12 minutes. What an absolute thriller. What a terrific advertisement for women's singles. Akane Yamaguchi will contest the final tomorrow. What a thrilling first women's singles. The #1 seed, Akane Yamaguchi, coming from behind in that deciding game, 11-16 and 14-18, to book her place in tomorrow's final. So, who will she play tomorrow? Well, we're going to find out a little later on. In fact, it's the 4th match in this evening's session. But next up, it is Shi Uchi from China, the beaten finalist at the All England Championships, up against the reigning world champion and defending champion here at the Super Series finals, Victor Axelsen from Denmark. So there's the tall Dane, the current world #1, Victor Axelsen. He's been in the final of the Super Series finals for the last 2 years. He is the defending champion, but he's up against a man who beat him on Thursday in the group round robin stage, Shi Uchi.